So the Buffalo Bills, this got a lot dicier than I ever thought I'd see it 9 games into the season.
Well, I mean, I'd like to know if Pat is worried, because I think you should be. I mean, this is a team that is really at a crossroads. Their offense should be way better than it is right now. They are not performing at the level they need to be. Now, to his defense, the NFL across the board has all gone down. To his defense, because I already know what he's saying.
No, it's not what I was saying.
The NFL, if you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, you look at the Philadelphia Eagles, they've all performed at a lower level. Offense is really down. But for the Buffalo Bills, it's not even just so that. It's the fact that they're seeing other teams like Cincinnati stay in your head, which I warned you about last week.
Okay. No,
did I not warn you?
Look, I'm in my head. Okay, hold on. Pause.
I did it. I warned him. He just won't admit it.
We're going to take one step at a time here. I am devastated since the NFL changed that rule where the league season's over at week 9 and they didn't make the playoffs. Right? When you guys saw that this week, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, no, that didn't happen? There's still 8 games left in this season to go play. Are you out of your mind right now?
Are you out of your mind?
And I love how you say Cincinnati's in your head.
Yes.
The Bills' offense played horribly. The defense at the last series had 4 opening day starters on the field. 4. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Despite that, they were a Von Miller missed tackle away from getting the ball back with 2 minutes to go.
Wait. Do not go to the end of game scenarios, Von Miller sack away. You were also 2 drop passes away from losing 2 games you should have won.
You're 100% right, but that's how the NFL goes. It's like arguing that the Vikings are a good team because they won all those games last year and lost them in 1 possession this year. Yes.
Vikings are a little bit better.
You're out of your mind.
A little bit better.
Well, direct us to the bigger picture.
The bigger picture here is figuring out what makes this offense work. And yes, they haven't been able to do it. There is a clear disconnect, whether it's between Ken Dorsey and Josh Allen, whether it's Ken Dorsey allowing Sean McDermott to get his thumbs in the offense where Brian Daboll didn't. We know that they had a rough relationship. We saw it with the handshake after that game against the Giants. If I am Sean McDermott, my job now is to take my hands off and let this kid save his job. Do it. Because I think right now in the offseason, the Bills are looking for an offensive coordinator. And at this point, what do you have to lose? McDermott himself, and I'm sorry to ramble, said after the game, and I'm paraphrasing, when asked why they didn't go up tempo against the Bucs, we decided we wanted to give the Bengals a couple more looks, which tells me that if you let Dorsey do his thing, if he's going to fail, let him fail on his own.
They've lost 4 games. Mm-hmm. Except for Cincinnati, in my mind, I see these teams as teams that Buffalo either should have, certainly could have beaten, and are probably better than.
Well, it's bizarre. What I was concerned about last week was Burrow coming in a little bit healthier than he had been to start the NFL season and having sort of this psyche against the Buffalo Bills, which I was warning about. But the other interesting too, nobody says the season's over for the Bills. I said the season was over. It's not over.
Oh, okay.
It's the fact that they are not in sync offensively. When this is an offensive team, now I get it, defensively, McDermott and all the different things that are concerned, but it's how they're winning the games and how they're losing the games that concern me the most. The NFL is still right for the picking.
It's so hot and cold. It's absolutely madness.
It's inconsistent. You got to be concerned about that.
Yes, I agree with you. But again, we're watching the Bills on a weekly basis. Every NFL team goes through stuff like this. There are 3 points.
This seems extreme.
Okay, well, 3 points I will make for you. 1, the Bills are still 3rd in the NFL in point differential, which is one of the easiest ways to measure how good a team is. No problem there. 2, the Bills get hot under McDermott in the second half of the season. I believe there's something like 17-3 in the last 3 years over the last 8 games of the season. Hit your stride, make it work. 3, the Dolphins are more of a fraud team than any team I've ever seen in my life. You don't have to worry about them.
And yet that national media is calling Buffalo that.
Okay, great. Mark my words. The Bills will win the AFC East this season. The Bills will win the AFC East this season.
Last word.
Save the tape.
Here he goes again. I'm really concerned about the chemistry of this team, the coaching of this team, going down the stretch. Just because it's happened before doesn't. This is a little bit different, Duffy. You know this.
How so?
This is not the same Buffalo Bills team. You go into every single game. You were blowing teams out the first half of the season, the first 4 or 5 games of the year.
3 games where it happened.
And what I'm worried about is that you're not worried about the close wins. You should be worried about the close wins as well as the close losses.
Okay, but what about the close losses? I mean, if you want to make that argument, we can do it the other way too. You got New England and you got Cincinnati, all within a game where you should have had the ball back on the way. If they won those 2 games, are we having the same discussion at what, 8-3?